So how do I make this graph right here look like this one? Well, you see right here that this is an ordered pair. So we know that the ordered pair 30, 90. And the reason that that's there, remember, if it goes away, it's because I pressed trace, menu, trace, graph trace. That's why it popped up. And all you have to do to move this around, of course, is to move your left and right arrow key, but that takes forever. So you can also just simply type in 10. So when I type in 10, it shows me that my Y value is 10. Now remember, 10 is the length of the rectangle. When oh, and yeah, I do need to go back and label this. So this is length, this is L, and this is B of L. And remember, B of L stands for area. That's what we're doing over here on this side. And this is, of course, length. And what we're doing right here is graphing the area of a rectangle with perimeter equal to 120. So that's the title of this graph. And we just did, this is 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's the point 10, 5. And type in 20 to get another number. Press enter. 2800. So we've got 25, 6, 7, 8. There's 2800. We had 3900 up there already. So 3900. Go back and type in 40. We'll type in 40. You see 40 is up at 800, and then type in 50, and we get 50 is at 500. So 40, 800, 50, 500. And you can see that our parabola is off. I'm off right there. Need to erase that one. Let me pull this out of the way. And this one's a little off. And so is that one. So let's try again. It should be 40. There we go. And 50. Of course, 60, we're down here, and at 0, 0, we're down here. If you're not sure about that, we can go back and continue to just type in 0. You see that we're down here at 0, 0. Type in 60. You see at 60, we're over here at 60, 0. So I've got those points, and now we just need to try to draw this. This goes down like that. That goes down like that. And this is the answer to number 20. Use this graph for number 21 to find when the area, what is the length? By the way, this point right here was what? 40, 800. That means when the length is 40, the area was 800. That's what that represents. A length of 40 and an area of 800. So they're saying, okay, what is it? What's the length when the area is 500? That's what they want to know. What is L? Well, here was 500 right here. So we had 10, 500, and we had 50, 500. So that means we had two answers. The length was 10 would give us an area of 500, and when the length was 50, it also gave us an area of 500. Well, remember, we've got another dimension. If the length is 10 and these two together have to make 60, then let's see if I can highlight. Then 10 right here plus what would make these two be 60? So if this is 10, ooh, can't do that. If this is 10 then this right here would have to be 50 in order for those two to add together to be 60. So if my length is 10, my width has to be 50. And they're saying, okay, so now let's say, what if the length is 50? Then what would this width have to be? If the length is 50, then this width would have to be 10 in order for those two together to be 60. And of course, you can also see that 50 times 10, you multiply those together and you get 500. So that's the answer to number 21. And by the way, these are all feet. I'm leaving the units off, but I shouldn't. So those are all feet. And now that's part A. Now part B is, what length do I have to be to have an area of 700? So the area has to be 700. Well, I don't have 700. I mean, I have 700 on here, 5, 6, 700. Here's the 700 line right here, but none of the answers that I picked a while ago was 700. So it's this one right here and this one right here. So we can't look and tell what that is exactly. It's really close. But to be able to tell exactly, we need to go back over here, press the tab feature. And when you press the tab feature, you get a new function line and type in 700. Because remember, this is saying this is the area. So we type in 700 and we get that 700 line. Now we're going to we need to find where those two graphs intersect each other, where the 700 line and the parabola intersect each other. So to find the intersection, you do Menu, Analyze the Graph, and choose Intersection. Menu, Analyze the Graph, and choose Intersection. And this little dotted line is asking us to move to the intersection. Move, it says lower, but it really wants left. Move to the left of the intersection. Now move to the right, and it'll tell you where the intersection is. So at 15.9 feet long, we have an area of 700. So one of my answers down here is the length is 15.9. And again, if the length is 15.9, then what will the width have to be? Because remember, these two have to add together to be 60. So 60 minus 15.9, and that makes it 60 minus 15.9, that makes it 44.1. So this would be 44.1. 44.1. And now if we go back and we do it again, Menu, 6, Analyze the Graph, choose Intersection, and do it for this one over here. We get another length is 44.1. So when the length is 44.1, we know the width will be 15.9. Multiply those two numbers together, you're going to get what? 700 this time. Multiply those two numbers together, you'll get 700. Okay, so that's number 21. Number 22, I'm almost sure I'm out of time. Will the area ever reach 1,000 square feet? And the answer should be no. Why? Because we found this maximum area right up here. Remember what it was? It was 900, I believe. Menu, 6, find the maximum. And you want to find the maximum of this. So we go here, and there it is. So the highest that graph ever gets is 900. So will it ever reach 1,000 feet? No. The maximum area is 900. Or say the graph only goes up to 900, or the range only goes up to 900.